Hello and welcome back to another nail video. Today I am going to be doing some extra long coffin nails, and I'm going to be doing this set on my mannequin hand. I actually need to give this mannequin a name. Yeah, I need to name her. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. But starting off, I am going to be doing polygel today. So my first step, I'm going to apply a very thin layer of Madam Glam's base coat to each nail. And then I'm going to go ahead and cure these nails for 60 seconds. And I'm using Beetle's Polygel in the color 184, my Polygel brush. And I'm also using alcohol as my slip solution. It's 91% alcohol. So I start off, I apply a nice amount of the product down the center of the nail, starting where the tip and the natural nail meet. And then I just use my brush to flatten the product out. I want to make sure that the nail is completely covered with product before I go back in and try to get the polygel as smooth as possible. One thing I will say, working with polygel, you can take as long as you like because the product doesn't dry until it's cured. So it's definitely a good thing if you're a beginner or new to doing your nails. Polygel is kind of an easy way to get started. And once I have the nail completely covered, I go ahead and remove the excess product and then cure this nail for 60 seconds. Next, I place my next bead of polygel directly above the last and just kind of repeat the same steps. I use my brush to push that product back towards the cuticle area because I want to try to get the cuticle area as flush as possible. And then I go ahead and pat that product down so that it's as flat as can be, but still have a nice structure. And then I'll just continue to guide the product down towards the tip of the nail. Now, I'm so excited about today's set. I am not gonna lie. This beautiful gray color with the sparkles inspired me to do a galaxy set. I'm naming the set Out of This World, and I had so much fun completing it. And once this application is done, I'll go ahead and cure this nail for 60 seconds before moving on to the next. Me personally, I like to cure after each polygel application just so I don't mess up the work that I've already done. But I am pretty much repeating these same steps for all of my nails. I start my application in the middle where the tip and the natural nail meet. I pat that product down to try to get it as flat as possible. And I definitely want to make sure that my side walls are covered with product because I am going to have to go back and file these nails. One thing I learned throughout my nail journey is that the nails do not have to be thick. They don't need to be thick, whether they're long or short. They just need to have a nice structure, which means they need a nice apex in the stress part of the nail. And the stress part of the nail would be considered where the nail is easiest to break. So as long as your nails have a nice structure, they don't need to be thick at all. In fact, they recommend that the nail be as thin as a credit card. So that's just something that you should keep in mind. And so, moving right along, again, I am pretty much repeating the same steps on all of my nails as far as the polygel application. But one thing I wanted to mention, because normally I don't prep the nails on camera, to me, I think once you know how to prep the nails, there's pretty much no change in it. So I don't feel the need to show it in every video. However, if you are interested on how I prepped my mannequin hand for today's set, definitely leave a comment down below and I will be sure to make a video on how I prep my mannequin hand and how I actually get the tips to stay in so that the process is a lot easier. Trust me, I know how frustrating it can be when you're trying to practice on a mannequin and the nails keep popping out and sometimes the product isn't dry and it can be a mess. So if you're interested on how I prep my mannequin hand, again, leave a comment down below and I will be sure to create a video. Again, I'll just let you all watch and enjoy my polygel application. And then I'll just pick back up once we get to my favorite part, which is the nail art. And I went ahead and file shaped and buffed these nails off camera, and they turned out so cute. Now, even though I love this color and the sparkle, I decided that it needed a little more glitter. So I am applying a very thin layer of Beetles gel polish, and this is in the color 781. Typically, I always apply base coat before any gel polish, because if you know, base coat just allows your gel polish a smoother application, and to me it just looks so much better. But since I was going to be applying several different colors to these nails, I didn't want to bulk them up with the gel polish, so I decided to use the Beetles silver glitter polish as my base coat. Next, I'm using Madam Glam in the color Enchanted Blue. If you're new to my channel, I absolutely love Madam Glam. They have really great vegan-free, cruelty-free gel polishes in any and every color you can imagine. So I apply a thin layer just to the tip, and then I decided to add this purple sparkly glitter as well, just to the tip, because I wanted to have a galaxy theme. So it has to have a lot of shimmer. And of course, I am curing after each color. Next, I'm using Madam Glam Super Cat Eye. So I just apply a thin layer of the cat eye polish across the top of the nail. And then I'm going to use my magnet to manipulate the polish to really give a pretty cat eye effect. And I just take my time and play around with it. And I actually did this for all of the nails. And once I have a good base for my galaxy nails, next I am drawing on some planets, and I'm using my Beetles white gel liner brush. Again, if you are not new here, you know that I love gel liner brushes as well. I just think that they are really easy to work with, and they make the nail art process so much smoother. So I am gonna actually go back in and add some color to these planets, but I just wanted to give myself a nice outline, which I decided to do in white. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cure these nails and then come back and add some color to my planets. And these are the colors that I'm going to be mixing together for my planets. I'm just using a really small nail art brush because I do want to ombre these two colors together. If you notice or have seen any plants before, typically they're not just one shade or one color. So I definitely wanted to ombre the colors to give it a more realistic look. And if you've noticed, I actually off camera used my dotting tool and some white gel polish. I believe I used Snow White by Melody Susie for my white gel polish, and I just used my dotting tool to create a couple stars on these nails surrounding my planets. So for my planet on my pinky finger, instead of the blue and teal color, I decided to kind of ombre orange and red because that is another typical color of a planet. And then, of course, after I complete my nail art, I go ahead and cure because I don't want to mess up any of my work. This set came together so beautifully, and I definitely can see my progress, and I'm just so happy and proud about that. Next, I am going back in and adding a ring around my planet. I'm just adding more detail so that this set really does come to life. If you aren't new here, you know that I have been on a nail art journey to increase my nail art skills, and I have just been having so much fun really paying attention to detail and challenging myself to do more intricate nail art, which brings me to my middle finger. I'm using some sculpting gel because I am sculpting my own planet. Yes, so to me it's pretty much just like a thicker polygel consistency, so I'm treating it as such. I am just patting it down because I'm trying to get the product as flat as it possibly can be, but I'm not that worried because I am going to be covering up this planet with some gel polish. But once I get it to my desired shape, I'll go ahead and cure it for 60 seconds. And then again, I am using Madam Glam, and I believe this color is Love Out Loud. And I'm just applying a thin coat, and then I'm gonna cure it. And once that's cured, I am applying a very thin layer of blooming gel. I'm going to let it set for about 5 seconds and then add a drop of this yellow gel polish so it can really have that blooming effect. Next, I am adding Macart rhinestone glue across the top of my planet, and this is just going to create a nice ring around my planet. Then I cured it for 60 seconds, and off camera I went ahead and polished my ring white using Melody Susie white Snow White gel polish. And so for my ring finger, I am using Beetle's white gel liner brush, and I'm using it to create an outline for myself. I am drawing a cute little rocket ship with an alien inside, kind of driving the rocket ship. I saw this inspo on Pinterest, so I'm just kind of copying the design just to make sure that I have the proportions and everything correctly, using it as a guide. And I'm not curing any of this gel polish just yet. I just want to have a nice outline for myself. I'm not looking for it to be perfect. And then I will cure it, and then I'll go back in and kind of add my color and the small little details. Once I have a nice outline for my alien and my rocket ship, I am going to cure this outline for 30 seconds. Then I am using this lime green color by Airbrit to kind of fill in my alien. I actually think it is the perfect color, so I'm so happy about that. And once I'm done filling in my alien, I'm gonna go ahead and cure, and then I will continue on. And these are how my galaxy nails turned out. I love them. I think they are so cute. I love the 3D planet as well as all the small little details in my alien and his rocket ship. And of course, I had so much fun completing this set. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you in the next nail video.